Hey Hope+Elim, Pastor John here with this week's e-news. Hey, anybody notice how short the days are recently? Like every year around this time, I'm caught off guard by how much of our days are in the dark. Feels like 10, but it's only 6. We know these next few weeks are actually some of the shortest and darkest days of the year. Sometimes our lives can feel the same way, like there's less and less light and we're surrounded by darkness. You can read about it in the news, you can listen to those around you share, or you can look inside your own heart. Darkness is real. So we long for hope, we long for breakthrough, we long for things to be made right. If you've been around these last few weeks, you know we're in our series on the book of Revelation. And if anything, we hope that you've seen by now that this is way more than a scary book of doom and gloom. Revelation is a picture hope. That whatever we're facing as a world or individually is not the end. The end of the story that we see in Revelation is actually filled with incredible hope. So this week we're going to continue our series with a look at a God that is far more powerful, far more amazing, and far more in control than we could probably imagine. Which is really the promise of Advent as well, this season of 4 weeks that lead up to Christmas, where we remember how God's people waited for 400 years, where it seemed like God was silent. But we know that God was just preparing for the breakthrough of his Son. Turns out God does some of his best work in the dark, while we wait. So if you're in the dark today, if you're waiting, know that you're not alone. God is at work. The season of Advent has also been filled with some amazing ministry opportunities here at Hope+Elim. Last weekend, over 100 women gathered for our annual Women's Ministry Christmas dinner. It was served by the men of Hope+Elim. It's just an amazing time. This weekend is the final weekend to bless a local family in our community through our Joy to the City outreach. If you're signed up to give some gifts, if you've already taken one of those opportunities, be sure to return those gifts this weekend so we can get them to those families. And of course, it all points to the celebration of Christmas in just a few weeks, when the light of Jesus breaks into the darkness of our world. Be sure to mark your calendars now for one of our 4 identical services that are spread out over several days. And this way, no matter your work, your travel, your holiday schedule, you can worship with your church family and invite everybody that you know. Several services have some family activities beforehand, and every service will feature amazing worship, a message from Pastor Brian and myself, live art, drama, and a few surprises along the way. One more special note about our Ames campus today. A special congregational meeting is taking place on December 18th for the purchase of some new land for that campus, so praise God for that. Finally, if you didn't hear the exciting news that we announced last weekend, over $1 million was given to our Shining the Light Together campaign. We've been talking about that for months, and you are an incredibly generous congregation. In addition, hundreds of time and talent cards were given. Praise God for all of those gifts. Please keep Hope+Elim in mind for your year-end giving, and be sure to keep your ears open for exciting updates in the weeks to come based on what we're able to accomplish as a church. Hope+Elim, the darkness is real, but so is the light. We'll see you this weekend.